This call is being recorded.
Welcome to the artwork of CP, everyone. If you'll hear down there, you're laughing because she is now, and I'm not kidding, she is now sitting in the dark because apparently it's raining. It's raining and the rain won't go away. And her cat is on her lap and she is on her cell phone. So if she goes up, if she disappears, don't mind her. Don't mind her. I'll just keep talking. If she disappears, um, don't mind her. So the cat is on the camera now, and so she disappears. As long as she's got sound, that's all I'm concerned about. And she's unplugged everything and just as using her phone. So let's do this and let's make the show happen. So today I switched subjects on them, because I needed to. We're going to give you guys a life update. Well, first of all, I am 1 year older since last time we talked. I'm actually 34, believe it or not. And I did absolutely nothing for my birthday. Absolutely nothing. And I mean absolutely nothing, even though people loved on me and treated me well. I did absolutely nothing. Why? Because I just felt like it. And I didn't want to make a big hullabaloo of my birthday because I had just moved. And for those of you who have just moved or moving across the country or moving down the block, or moving 2 states in my case, you know how exhausting moving can be. Moving is so exhausting. Now, granted, I've been down here since March 19th. It's now June 29th as we record this. I love it. I plan to stay. I am not checking in on social media as often as I should, even though I haven't. Now, that being said, I am taking a social media detox for the exception of picking up phone, for the exception of the podcast, and for the exception of texting those who like to text, aka Danielle. She does better via text than she does via phone. That's public knowledge. But I am taking a social media detox for the month of July and probably the month of August. So June 29th will be I will be back on social media August 31. If you need to get a hold of me, you can. My email is fully functioning. My email is fully functioning. My phone is fully working. And if you need to get a hold of me on Facebook, I don't like Facebook. I think Facebook is too impersonal and because I have friends across the country, then we have problems. But for those who truly know me and truly know I'm down here and truly have my phone number, pick up phone, call me. Pick up the phone and call me. Yes, there's a concept. Pick up the phone and call me. or text me and I say call me and I will call you. And so pick up the phone, call me, and then or text me and say call me, and I will call you, and we can sit for a good hour and talk. But what I will not be is I will not high drama get into high drama because high drama is the worst for me. High drama is bad for cerebral palsy. And so I will be a compassionate and loving witness to you guys, and I will be a compassionate and loving person to you guys, but at the same time I'm still trying to manage my house and make sure it doesn't fall down to the ground, and I'll be managing a house from a distance up until September. So yeah, we will be managing the house, my previous address, and then this house will stay good. And then my previous address gets all jumbled in September. So that's why I'm taking a social media detox, because social media is stressing me out and keeping up with every single will wish and every single birthday wish and everything. And I thought it was post-COVID, and post-COVID means authentic conversations, not on Zoom, not on Uber calls, but on my couch. And post-COVID means go to a coffee shop and have a cup of tea or hot chocolate or coffee with a friend. No more Zooms. No more Zooms. And for the exception of work for a couple people, I will, for the exception of this podcast and work for a couple people, I will be off social media because I need to be. Now, I have a huge announcement. I thought it was going to happen this next week, but it's not, because I just got update that this is part of why I'm taking a social media detox. And this is part of why I'm going to be a little bit incommunicado in the next couple of weeks. But this is the time I incommunicado, but and so don't worry about me. I will be back on social media when I can, but I am slowly but surely working on getting a job in Arizona in journalism. I am slowly but surely getting the paperwork organized for Arizona vocational rehab. So we'll see what happens with that. But I am really totally blessed that the support network I have down here is better than I had in Colorado. And so I am really, truly blessed and astonished. And they want to get me a job, which I'm happy about. But now I have to get my portfolio together, which is writing samples, which is podcast samples, and video samples. And yikes, that's a little scary. and I will do it, but I will also be taking a much needed break and doing some self-love. Let's just put it that way, self-love. And let's just put it that way, that I will be doing majorly self-love in July and August, because August is when my mommy died, and it will be 12 years, and the 12 years to the day. I actually have a friend flying in to see me. So that's why I will be a little bit incommunicado, because I have a house guest flying in that I haven't seen since. No, and it's not Daniel. I wish I wish, but it's a totally different house guest, and I haven't seen this person since when? 2017. 2017, because we've got pictures to prove it. And I need, this person needs to, well, she doesn't need to, she wants to, but she wants to come check on me, wants to make sure I'm okay, along with you guys. And yes, I feel love and support, but at the same time, I need to have a moment of peace, a moment of peace, because I haven't stopped since non-stop since March 19th. I stopped for a minute on March 18th, but then I went full into high gear as of 5 a.m. to get down here, and I haven't stopped. It's now June 29th, and I am so looking forward to this social media break, and it's time for me to do self-care. I'm sorry, but it's time for me to do self-care. And I know that Danielle's going to do self-care because the Challenge Aspen play, is coming up, and it's gonna be live in person for those of us who can't attend, like myself. They will, we hope, they may, correction, they may do it, we hope, that they do it on Facebook Live so that you guys can see it. So that you guys can see it. And that's the only reason I will be on Facebook to support Danielle. That's the only reason that I would jump on Facebook. There's no other reason to jump on Facebook. I have my phone with me. I have I have situations going down here that if I'm on Facebook, I had to go into all. And yeah, so I'm taking a social media detox. I'm getting some self-care in, and that self-care is basically going to be on myself with people that truly love and care about me. And I won't go into any further other than I love the sport, but at the same time, the Facebook messages and the Instagram messages and the Twitter messages and everything else needs to stop because, yeah, I know you guys were concerned about my safety and well-being, which I appreciate. But at the same time, I bought this house guest in for a very specific purpose. And she and I decided, since I got down here, she has decided to come see me and just not be on a fact finding mission. And I wish Danielle would get down here, but we're going to have to wait until September or October to get Danielle down here because Danielle doesn't do well in the heat. Danielle flies in the heat like I do. And so that's why I'm sitting in an air conditioned house and happy as clam on my laptop talking to Danielle. But the moment Danielle makes a cute little butt down there, I will give her a big hug and not let her go because I have. This is getting ridiculous. That I saw Danielle briefly in 2020, but that was with mask on, and we were basically working out. And yeah. And then I saw you in 2019, but that was when my dad died. So yeah, you think
no,
Max's birthday party. Yes. You think I need to my point is you think I need to spend time with the people that love me and support me? And yeah, you think I need to spend time and quit having people do facts finding the mission and just leave me alone and quit making me work as I do. No one told me that managing your house on your own / managing your care would be a trick and a half. But I'm doing it. But I also need that TLC, and I need that TLC, and I will get it. I will get it. But you guys have to back off and head Danielle's direction for help with the podcast. Now, the update on the podcast is it's doing really, really well. And I will have a little bit of a shocking announcement in the next couple of weeks that I have come to grips with. But yeah, I will have a shocking announcement that I have come to grips with and haven't announced it on social media, haven't told Danielle, haven't told anyone. This is why I need a bike and why I need to have a person that loves me and supports me and camp out in my house. And I am going to discuss this announcement with her. We also have a little bit of a secret project that I am actually doing with her live in person, which that will replace something. And when I say replace, I don't mean take away completely. I just need to heal myself and basically heal my lungs and heal my heart from two traumas that had happened in 2010, and especially the one that happened in 2019. Because if you guys remember correctly, we did She Is CP, where Danielle interviewed me, and I was such a stoic rock that I remember saying to you guys, my dad has passed away, and this is the next journey of my life. Welcome to Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. And so now that I am living on my own, I have decided that I need to get back to my roots, and with assistance, I will get back to my roots. And so it's going to be shocking to you guys that I actually have a huge surprise for you guys that I will be working on. And Danielle doesn't even know what it is. But I need to get back to my roots to take care of myself, because I gave up on myself in 2019 to take care of my father, who didn't even want to be taken care of, I don't think. And I was there for him 24/7. I was, the only one that was there 24/7, because my stepmom, even though she was there 24/7, she went to work during the day, during the 9 days of hell. and I had my aide helping me, at the time. My Juliet kind of helping my dad / helping my stepmom. And so I gave myself up, and I turned around, and the day my dad went, he died in May, he went into the hospital, not even back into the hospital. He went into the hospital, into ABH, Aspen Valley Hospital, in April. Someone came out to the house to do something with me. He sat there. He looked sickly too. And he went into the hospital April 20th. No. March 20th, I believe, 2019. And the end of March, beginning of April. April was the month of hell, basically. And so I turned around. The night he went to the hospital, I didn't go to bed until midnight because I was so concerned about him that I didn't go to bed until midnight because I knew he had lung cancer the whole entire time. And I wanted to go spend the night, but I couldn't. And so when they said Mr. Charles had kidney failure, they said, would the family of Mr. Charles like to take him down to St. Mary's? Now, St. Mary's is 2 hours away from me. And I said to my stepsister, let's do this. Let's get in the car, take him down, let's medevac him out and take him down to dialysis in St. Mary's in Grand Junction, Colorado. Thankfully, no. His kidneys were able to get a little bit stronger, but not that much because they couldn't get contrast dye into him to figure out what was wrong with him. So that's what happens when you pound the Advil day in, day out. And then that's what happens when you pound the Advil day in, day out. And then you wonder why your kidneys just aren't. Okay. So then he goes into the hospital. He does all this. He tries to move to Phoenix. While in the hospital, he decides, okay, we're moving to Phoenix, Arizona, which my stepmom didn't like. She's a little bit more supportive now that I'm down here, but she still doesn't like the idea of Phoenix, Arizona, to be honest with you. She would like the idea of Aspen, Colorado, and a bubble being bubble. And so that is that. And so he gets kicked out of Aspen Valley Hospital and he comes home for 9 days. And yeah, he comes home for 9 days. I turn around. I give up everything that I can. I don't even leave his side as he goes into the hospital. I don't even leave his side when he comes home. I barely leave his side because I'm walking. He can't walk at this point. I'm walking up and down stairs, checking on him, making sure he's okay because stepmom has gone to work and because her family emergency policy was screwed up. And I admit that it was screwed up. And so when he dies, everything goes topsy-turvy. And so, and then on top of that, I tried to get my life back pre-COVID, and then I lose my job. And then I go straight into producing content for you guys, and which I loved doing. And granted, I have content up until 2022, and so I loved doing it. And then I moved, and then the move was, I sold my house, then a move was planned for me to move me down to Phoenix, Arizona. And I'm like, okay, let's hit the ground running. Let's wake up at 5 a.m., sit in the back of a minivan for 10 hours with bathroom stops and barely eating that day. And let's drive down to Phoenix, Arizona. And let's organize a house in Phoenix, Arizona with a couple of really good chosen friends. My stepmom didn't even help me move in. Most parents help the kids move into Louisville. No, not mine. Mine mine didn't even come down to see me until May, which was fine. I'm my own guardian, so it's fine. And so then I had my family come on a excruciating painful fact-finding mission, and they said a bunch of stuff to me, and they asked me why I felt violated when I got emotionally and physically abused. And they are still trying to make me be friends with my abuser, which is not going to happen. If my abuser comes on this premises, she's got another thing coming. And it's not okay what she did. And it was a simple iPhone camera that she stuck in my vagina. It's not okay what she did. And after that, I tried to commit suicide once. And then again, I tried to tempt it with the overdose, a drug overdose. And there is only one other person in my life up until today, now it's public knowledge, up until today that knew me, that saved me from the drug overdose, and essentially got me into counseling. And in the meantime of getting me into counseling, and when I say counseling, I mean mental health counseling. In the meantime of getting me into counseling, they emotionally and physically abused me. My abuser emotionally and physically abused me. And my family still wants me to have, and I don't care if this is public knowledge and they listen to this, my family still wants me to have contact with that person. Legally by law, I can't. And this is in the state of Colorado and probably in the state of Arizona. Legally by law, I can't. So probably it will be the same thing in the state of Arizona. And so this is why I need a bike. And I need, and I just discovered my asthma medication because I have asthma now, which is a heck of a lot better than it was, thank God, makes me lose my voice easily. My bronchodilator makes me lose my voice easily, and gives me a dull headache because it's a low dose of cortisone and low dose of cortisone. And my mommy was asthmatic. She was on a higher dose of cortisone than I'm on, and she could barely walk up and down the stairs. Cortisone causes joint damage and every which way. So this is why I need a social media break. I need essentially a voice break from the podcast, because now that I have learned that my bronchodilator makes me have a hoarse voice, I was wondering why my voice was getting hoarse on the podcast. And I was wondering why I was having dull headaches. I finally looked it up because another asthmatic that truly knows me really, really well says, well, why don't you look these things up and share the information with me? So if it wasn't for her, I would have looked it up and I wouldn't have known the side effects of a bronchodilator and Advil disc. And I'm like, okay, this is why I have a hoarse voice. And this is why I have a dull headache. And so now I need to take a social media break. And so I will be back August 31st. And if anyone needs me, they can call me, they can text me and say, call me, or they can email me, or they can just email Danielle about the podcast. And for the exception of podcasting through my social media book, I will be doing one podcast per day, and whoever lucky person that gets me that day. And so, and Danielle will find out what's going on behind the scenes as of July 6th through the 13th. And Danielle will block me out. So no getting a hold of me. No getting a hold of me. Unless you really, really need to get a hold of me. Absolutely not. I will be working. I have a few select doctor's appointments that I will be going through in that time span. And I will be working on myself in that time span. And because I have a huge announcement that you guys don't even know about, that I found out at the beginning of June, that will require a little bit of self-care. So I might as well start doing it now. And so some things gotta give. And I've got to, before I make the announcement to you guys, and to Danielle, I've got to reflect and take a moment and do self-care, essentially by myself, with a friend helping me. And so then I will be coming back strong, and then I will be going under again for a little while, and then I will be coming back strong. I will be coming back strong, I guess, in October, while this whole thing gets done and over with. And it will, I'm not so scared about it. I am at peace with my other end. I also have something behind the scenes going on right now that I need to be present to, and nothing having to do with me, nothing having to do with my health per se. My health is managed. I'm just doing a small little health scare, not to make it little health procedure, not to not to make anything worse than what it is now. Because if I don't handle this stupid thing, it will be a big mess. And so I need to handle it. It will get handled by the grace of God, and it will get handled in Arizona, and it will get handled as of August 1, and it will get looked at again as of August 1, and then we'll take the appropriate actions based on what doctors tell me. Doctors tell me. Doctors are involved, and by the grace of God, they caught this. Now I just have to take self-care and deal with it, which I will. So I won't be back until basically I will be back off my social media detox as of September, but I won't be fully functioning as of August, but I won't be fully functioning myself until at least October, because with this thing that I have going on, and it's quite common in the women. It's not a cerebral palsy thing. It's just quite common in the women. And with this thing I have going on, once we take the appropriate actions, I can't move. I can't physically move for 3 days. So I will make the announcement on what it is when we do another episode, probably this next week, because I have a wonkier schedule than normal, and so this next weekend, when we do how we support our village, I will make the announcement of what I have health-wise going on with me right now. And I just need to rest my voice and do self-care on me. And then I will do self-care, prepare for this little health procedure, and then I will be back strong in October, and hopefully I can make the next announcement in October, and hopefully you guys will support me on the next announcement. But I am starting to find my voice again, because unfortunately in 2019, because my body and soul was so interrupted and had 2 traumas happen back to back in 2019, my voice got squished, and it's slowly but surely coming back. And then in 2020, I had to sit through the world of COVID. So I need self-care more than ever. So hopefully in October I can make the announcement of what I need to be. But as of June 30th, I will be, as of July 1, I will be removing Facebook from my phone, and so out of sight, out of mind, and taking a social media detox and just picking up the phone and calling people and spending time with the people I love and need to support right now. And I needed to do this before I was going to take a social media detox before the thing that I need to concentrate on came up. But it just happened to come up, social media detox, and then the thing that I need to concentrate on. And then I've got myself all lined up in a great spot. And then, so hopefully, when I come back from my little escapade with doctors in Arizona, fixing me for the millionth time, me and making me beautiful again. Hopefully I'll be strong enough to make the announcement by Halloween. And I will be getting dressed up this year. I have to be. I've already been summoned to be dressed up, and yeah. So this ought to be interesting. And so hopefully by October 31st, actually on November 1, I want to make the announcement. November 1 happens to be my dad's birthday. So what fitting announcement will be made on my dad's birthday. And it will shock you. It will shock some of you. Probably not shock some of you. Probably you knew this was coming, but I have to be strong enough and have a strong voice to make the announcement. And right now, because I'm dealing with my own health crisis / another thing I need to concentrate on, which Danielle knows exactly what that is, and she's shaking her head yes. She fully supports me, and I hope that you guys fully support my decision to be off social media for the next 2 months. I will be off social media as of July 1, and then I won't be back until September. And the earliest August 31st, but I won't be back until September. And then if you need me, call me. If you want directions on the podcast, ask my assistant over here, because my assistant does everything. And this is how I can run my life down here. I have a team behind the scenes that are working mightily hard. And so I have, including Danielle. So, and I can't forget Danielle, but I have a team behind the scenes, including Danielle, who's working mightily hard. So I can live my life in Arizona and get myself reorganized. So I will make the announcement November 1. But other than that, I'm perfectly fine. I just need to take a social media break to get my body strong and healthy again for minor surgery. I am 99% positive that's going to happen, but we're leaving it in the hands of the grace of God, and we're leaving it in the hands of a very kind OBGYN who I need to go back in August anyway and see. And so then we're setting up either ovarian cyst surgery or taking the following procedures. And if it's cancer, if it's ovarian cancer, if the cyst needs to be biopsied, it will be biopsied, and I'll take cancer into my own hands. I will bring on light doses of traditional medicine. But me, I do well with alternative medicine. And so, but let's hope it's not ovarian cancer. Let's hope that it is my old ovarian cyst, which can be surgically removed. And let's hope that that's it and doesn't appear again. And it's painful. When they push on it, I jumped half a foot because I needed to. I didn't know. I knew something was wrong with me because I was breathing heavy, and so they asked me down here. They said, "Well, Miss Charles, how much are you breathing heavy? And are your parents normal?" I said, "My parents are normal, but I'm soaking pads." And they go, "Well, we want to get you in for pelvic ultrasound." So I went in for pelvic ultrasound, and here I was expecting for another surgery, but it turned out that I have to march myself back to ultrasound land and OBGYN land for surgery on ovarian cyst. And I will take the hands of the doctors, and whatever news they give me, I will take it. I have had a million surgeries, so this is 1,000,001 surgery, and whatever they do, I will take. And I just want to be strong and healthy again. And I don't know how the ovarian cyst landed up in me, but it was probably developing and no one caught it. No one caught it in Aspen. They gave me birth control and sent me on my merry way. And then they also gave me birth control again in Arizona, but they also caught ovarian cyst, which by the grace of God, and yes, I am a strong believer in God. We will get to that on another fully fledged episode. Even though I don't go to church to say I am a spiritual light and a spiritual leader in my own life. So I take these things by the grace of God, and whatever happens, happens. And I have it all, I'm getting it all lined up so that I will have help, and I will have help, but I probably won't be back on social media until at least the November 1. I will be back on social media. So as of July, I will be off social media, July, August, September, and then all of October. So that's 4 months. So take it or leave it. And for the exception of doing a podcast, I will still be doing the podcast until I get And by November 1, I should be strong enough to make the announcement. I just have to figure out how to tell you guys without bursting into tears about it. And because I know it's the right decision to do. And I actually met with someone the other day that wants to put me in a higher position for people with disabilities. And so something has got to give. And I would rather be teaching people about disabilities than doing something. But I will let you guys know what that is on November 1. And hopefully by November 1, I will be physically strong enough. But that is the update. And I know it's a lot to you guys to process, but I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm safe. I have people power, I have friends coming to visit, I have self-care lined up, and so I will be, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm sane. So, and if you, in the midst of calling me, if you ever have a bad day, you can use me as a compassionate silent witness, but don't dump your drama on me, because I'm not trained as a first responder, although maybe after journalism school I will be, and maybe I will go back to get my psychology degree, so I will be trained as a first responder. But for right now, I can be a compassionate witness, but I can't lead you to help unless you give me permission to get help, which to give you help, and then I will stand once you do that, I will stand by you guys to consent. And so like people have stood by me and people have helped me through this, and now is the time to get back to Wynn's Core and Wynn's Center and Wynn's Happy Place. And I didn't think I was going to say my happy place is to be healthy and strong in Arizona, but that's my happy place. And so unfortunately, as I said, my voice got squished in COVID and in 2019. And so I'm slowly but surely getting back to my happy place / my roots with help live in person. And then the rest of it is going to be online. And so, but at least we got to start somewhere. And I know I can do this. And that's one of the reasons why I'm taking a social media break. And so I won't be back on social media until November 1. And hopefully on November 1, for the exception of the artwork of CP and the winning cup, that's the only work I will be doing. Hopefully on November 1, I will be able to make the announcement, and Danielle will find all this out behind the scenes. We're keeping my next 2 weeks very, very quiet because I need it, and I need it, and I just need love and support. I don't need a fact finding mission. I don't need, I just need love and support. I have signed too much paperwork. I have signed every which way, every paperwork that I can. And so I I will need love and support. And so that's to get myself off social media is a start, and then it will progress into where I want to be and where I want to be, and then it will progress into my health, and then it will progress into the announcement. And so, Danielle, do you want to say anything else? Thank you for following us, as she said, as I say it with a hoarse voice. See, I told you guys. Talk too much and asthma medication. Oh boy. I need to raise my voice. And so I will catch you guys later. And I will see you guys later. And then we'll carry on. Bye, you guys.
Bye.